Hello everybody and welcome back to Bessy Beneath. So we have here the New Holland T4, which we're going to be using today. Well, not actually this one, because it has the iron wheels. I just thought I'd show you this because it's quite interesting. Designed, I believe, for working in very wet areas. We don't really have any wet areas on this map, so we're going to go for the one with wheels. But no, it's probably the first time I've seen this setup before, especially on a tractor from Mod Hub. So yeah. Definitely different. I would quickly drive it around just to demonstrate, but it is available to download if you want to get it. The T4 in the small tractor category. Yeah, it doesn't really serve a purpose on this particular map, but in a very wet area it would be useful. Yeah, as it gets dirty you can see it gets a bit more textured. Anyway, yes, let's jump into the T4 with rubber tyres. Okay, so here we are. We're at the store. What we need to do is get hold of some conveyor belts for the silage, because we're still having a bit of trouble with the silage pit. It does work, but at the same time it doesn't always work properly. It just suddenly stops working. Somebody did recommend a mod, and I looked into it and I couldn't find any trace of that mod. I can't remember what it was called now, but yeah, I couldn't find it at all. So let's just jump into the store. There is a chance that Chainsaw is going to be leasing these as well. Right, okay, good. I'm not too sure if we need to get the other one as well. The sort of middle belt system just here. But I'll take this one. Get a bit of a head start. You don't need to see us transporting them though. We have much more interesting things to do. There is Chainsaw. In fact, he's going to take it with the pickup, it would appear. So I'm most likely going to be overtaken. Oh look, the sugarcane is regrowing. Now there is only one way that we'd probably harvest that again. It would be with the faster, unrealistic system that we use on Lone Oak. We harvested everything the proper way on Lone Oak, and then we did it with, I think it was a conveyor belt the second time round, and it was still pretty fun. It was good to do, so we might do that again before episode 15, which is when we'll be moving on to the next map, the northern coast. Looking forward to it. Right, okay, so here we are. Oh, it looks like the brake lights don't work on this tractor. Well, otherwise I think it's all fully working. Pretty sure Giant should have tested this. It is on Mod Hub. Anyway, let's just put it over here. Looks like we might have to have the other belt to be able to get it to reach, because we are going around a corner. But yes, I think it's going to be quite difficult to know at this stage. I will go and get it. I'll come back with it. My guess is it didn't fit to the pickup. The one which I took probably would have done, if only I'd known. I'm not too sure about this one. This one might fit to the pickup. It would be a much faster way of getting around. This one has a 40k gearbox, but it's doing 43, I think. Yeah. Not too sure. Don't know what kind of fitting he's got. Right, it probably would have done. Yeah, it's a toe pin sort of fitting. Right, well, we'll head off. See if we need it. Right, yes, we do need it. Good job I went back for it. Looks like we can probably just sort of roughly put it in position, although actually no, I've remembered you do need quite a bit of space for this one to set it up. So I'll leave the chainsaw. Hopefully this all works. I think the pit has glitched, yeah. This does happen. You can see all the chaff and stuff. So I'm not too sure how much of this we're actually going to be able to sell, but there is 355,000 litres. Don't know how much, but maybe most of it, hopefully most of it, not too sure. We also do have quite a few things parked over here. as we are here, it'd probably be a good idea to take something back. Gotta take the sprayer. And chainsaw can take the trailer, although it doesn't really matter, they're the same tractor. Oh no, this is a bigger tractor. Chainsaw has selected the T4 115. I went for the T4 55. Right, okay, there we go. Yeah, that's quite funny actually. It's for the pickup truck, and it actually does suit this tractor quite well. Mini trailer. Okay, yeah. As suspected, it is a bit slow setting this up. It's a bit tricky. Okay, well, it's still doing it. Even with the conveyor belts, it's just deciding to dump it everywhere. So, yeah, this is officially glitched. With the buckets, with the conveyor belts, it just doesn't work. So we're probably going to move on, and well, we actually could calculate the prices of all this. If it's 350 times by the amount that we have, it would be a seriously good figure. It's wood chips, 1,500, £525,000. That's what we would be giving ourselves. I will speak to Chainsaw. Okay, so Chainsaw is just going to try once more with the telehandler. I don't think it will work because I've already tried it with the telehandler before. So I'm going to start setting up for today's job. Now we have two very small forests just down here. I think probably, well, which one's easiest to get to? These are all accessed through this farm here, which is the only issue. But yeah, if we buy that one there, I'm hoping to do something over here today. We have just bought that. It looks good. Looks like it might be connected, kind of. But we don't need to have that many trees. So as they're all perfectly formed trees, they're all exactly the same height, the same type of tree, I think probably logging would be a simple thing to do here. It looks good. In fact, we might even have a logging trailer that we can buy. Well, we have the timber runner. That's always a good one. I don't think it's a side tip, unfortunately. But yeah, we'll lease that. Wood chips. I find wood chips that are better, more fun to do, but there's not really any money in them. Unless, of course, you've adjusted the price, which I have. I just had to. Okay, so here is the lorry. Let's attach that trailer. We shall go and pick up the timber trailer, and then we will make our way over to the other farm. And hopefully by then, Chainsaw will be available. Okay, so here we are. We have the timber trailer, and I would really love to keep using the T4 today. Now, we haven't actually really done much down here in this series, so it's quite nice to visit this farm, despite not owning it. We just have a right of access over it for our trees. But yeah, we'll get some front loaders fitted to the T4s, and then we can hopefully load up some wood. We might have to stick a weight on the back, but usually one full trailer load would do it. How do we get to the place? It's going to be tricky the first time. I'm just going to try and guess. It must be through here. It's driving through somebody's farmyard, I reckon. Is that it? Yeah, that must be it. Okay. So we'll go through here. Then we'll park up. We'll take the sprayer back. Get a front loader. We might even be able to drag those trees out of there because there's much more space here to be loading. Once we've made it... Oh, maybe actually what we could do is we could load them over the hedge. Nothing like making life hard, but it might work. We will see. Let's put it here for now. We can always move it. Okay, right. So, we have 2 T4s waiting to go back. Chainsaw looks to have disappeared. Nope, he's still there. There he is. Oh, he's just clearing up. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I really don't. Chainsaw was saying that the silage pit on Sandy Bay glitched for him. It does happen. Okay, so I think we're going to take the pickup because it might be an easier trailer to have in the forest, and we can strap, as you can see, so I reckon that would be a useful thing to do. Let's just put that ramp down, put the T4 on the back. I don't know why, but I'm so tempted to keep calling this a T5, even though it's obviously a T4. I guess it's just easier to say for some reason. I have no idea. But yeah, first stop is going to be the store, so that we can put the front loader on. Whoa, that really did lift it up. Good old stabilizers. We'll spin round. It's actually the ball tow bar, so it wouldn't have towed that conveyor belt. And in just a moment I'm going to speak to Chainsaw again and see what the situation is over there with the silage pit. I doubt it's going to work because I've had many attempts at trying to fix it and it just didn't want to work. So he is down there still though, so he might be succeeding. Possibly. Yes, the other benefit of putting it on the trailer is it's much faster. 26 miles per hour is what we're doing. We could do 75, but I think that's a bit too fast with a tractor on the back. Okay, so yeah, I don't think we have the branded New Holland front loaders, sadly. We haven't enabled them, but we can still put on one of these and paint it blue. New Holland blue, as the tractor is leased, we'll lease this. And I probably should get 2, because Chainsaw's going to be helping, although he does have the telehandler, so we won't necessarily be needing 2 tractor front loaders. And also, yes, the log grab that you get given with the telehandler is far better than the one which you get with the tractor. Right, so spoken to Chainsaw, and he said that some is selling, some is spilling. That's what I found. Yeah, some of it goes, and then the rest of it just sort of goes through and makes a mess. Right. Oh. It is actually easier using the keyboard controls instead of the mouse for this. So we'll head over to the forest, and then I will just have a very quick look at the silage pit and see how much is spilling and how much is selling. When I was doing it, it was probably like 30% selling and the rest was 70% was just making a mess. Or 57, 60. Oh no, my turning. Getting carried away. But no, I really do think that putting the logs on this trailer would be a good idea. We can get all the tight areas in the forest. I call it a forest. It's, yeah, very small, really. It's just a small clump of trees. Good, okay. So yeah, it's all going to be done with chainsaws. We'll strip off all the branches and then we'll cut them into manageable sizes and put them onto the trailer. It's kind of annoying because it's much easier to load up these trailers with the super strength mod, just by hand, but obviously that's really unrealistic. Unless of course you are the world's strongest person, and in fact Yeah, I don't know if the world's strongest person could actually lift one of these fully grown trees. That would be an extreme amount of weight. Anyway, let's have a look down here. Oh, yeah, using the conveyor belt there. So that is a full bucket load, pretty much. Should go up by about 4,000 or 5,000 litres. Well, that's working. That works fine. Maybe it's just really sensitive. Not too sure. Just small bits at a time. It's one of those jobs where you just feel like time-lapsing it, but yes, we'll get nothing else done if I did that. Leave the camera going. Okay, well, yeah, as it is working, we'll leave it to it, although that's sort of not working. Might just need to give that a nudge. There we go. So here we are then. We have plenty of trees to go at. Need to buy a chainsaw, and then we'll just go around cutting down the best trees, although I think they are pretty much all the same. Yeah, it's a good looking setup, that. Very nice. We have the chainsaw, we have the trees. We do need the chainsaw 100, but I believe he is coming soon. And yes, then all we need to do is start loading up. Yeah, these are good. Good full-size trees. So I don't know what it's going to look like as a time-lapse. It can look a bit like that, but I won't make it too fast, and it should look okay. We've got ourselves a wing mirror balancer. Right, okay, so yeah, I've taken quite a few trees down here. Chainsaw 100 has arrived. Yeah, so we just need to get rid of the... Go away. Just need to put this in a good place. Let me just lower the ramp and also the stabilizer at the front. We'll get our tractor removed. And then I think it probably would be good to load this one first, but it doesn't matter, we could have one each. There's quite a bit of space, but taken up by fallen trees. I'm going to start loading this. Hopefully it'll work. Okay, well I think we're doing okay. This trailer is getting close to full, it's not very big. As for the lorry, yep, it's going well. Although it is a bit tricky because it's just so busy in here. I think that's the only thing which I would have changed about the way we just did this. Don't cut as many trees down. because they will get in the way. And of course, remember to bring a front weight, or rear weight. So yeah, the amount of weight that we have on this trailer must be quite extreme, although I wouldn't have thought it's as heavy as the tractor. It can't be. But yeah, I think most people are aware of how heavy timber actually is, how heavy wood is. These trees are big, very big, although not as heavy as wood such as oak. Right, so I'm just going to continue now by filling the lorry trailer. It is tricky. I'm not a fan of the log grab, I never have been. I know a lot of people aren't, but it does work eventually. This is also a very small tractor to be using for this kind of job. But when you have a 3.5 ton weight on the back, it does sort of change that. I think if you put this weight on a tractor like this in real life, it would really not appreciate it. It's designed for a much larger tractor. But that's part of the fun of FS, you sort of do things that you definitely wouldn't do in real life. Okay, so I'm going to crack on, take some more trees down. I'm not going to put any more wood on this trailer, I think, although yes, it will take more, I'm not going to. It'll probably make me jackknife, otherwise it'd be too heavy. Ah, chainsaw. Right, we're pretty much there, just putting the final few in, and yeah, the more and more I use this particular log grab, the more I hate it. I think it's probably because in real life, if you were using this, you wouldn't be picking up such huge trees, but in this game it just seems to make sense to pick up great big lengths like this. I think if you were picking up trees this sort of size, you'd be using a much larger machine, like a wheel loader, or an actual forestry machine. But the logs do like to get stuck to it, and it does like to let things go. I seem to be balancing a log on my cab roof. Right, so there is a very small piece over here which I'm just going to pick up by hand, because there's no way the tractor will be able to do it. And I think that is pretty much it. Done. Wow, that's crazy. What's going on here? That is crazy. I think I'll just cut it and restrap it. Okay, so there we go. That is everything done, and it looks like we are taking a small branch with us. There we go. Just makes it look a bit neater. But yeah, that is both and done. As you can see, that is a good full load, and I'm really hoping it is going to be worth quite a bit. But then again, it doesn't really matter too much for this series how much we make, how much we don't make. Right, yes, of course, the only problem which I have now is the stumps. The stumps are going to get in the way. And it's definitely on the weight limit, because it is trying to lift up the back of the pickup. Oh yes, and do we have a sawmill? We must do. Where is it from here? Might just... it's the same place. Yes, I must have been there before. But I think, on the whole, that went okay. sort of. It could have been better. Yes, exactly what I was thinking. If it gets too heavy, it will just jackknife, especially at the speed I try and drive. Slow and steady, and we'll be fine. But I would say we should have at least £50,000 worth of wood here, I would hope. It's pretty good, the amount that we do have. And also, because they're quite long, it does help. I know that in this game, if you have longer logs, they do tend to be worth quite a bit more than if you had lots of small ones. Not too sure where chainsaw got to. But this is a good trailer. It is so multi-purpose, and it can also have the fitting in the bed for bales, which is a really nice idea. We've carried the T4 on it, we've jackknifed it, we've carried wood on it, we've done everything. It is good. We just need a bit of weight, or actually we just need to have less weight on the trailer. I suppose the overhanging wood is the problem here. It's overhanging the back quite a bit, lifting the back of our pickup up. Right, so the sell point is just over here. Wood and timber. That'll do me. Just in the sell point. It's pretty good though, so far. Okay, we're just out of the sell point. Oh, this is good. I'm hoping the lorry will be easier. There we go. So yeah, not bad for this trailer. Now for the big one. I'll just park over here. I'll let Chainsaw press the button. It is his load after all. Okay, what's it going to be? Quickly have a guess. I'm going to say, judging by what we had before, about £65,000. Maybe I should increase it. 80. I'm going to go for 80. Should I have changed it? I don't know. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. It's doing nothing. It must be out of the trigger. It's weird. Round 2. At least it's given us time to adjust our guesses. I'm sticking with 80. I think 80. It still doesn't work. Come on, what's up with it? Okay, so it might have been too high. Let's find out. Yes, it was 48,285. Well, not far off. Only almost double. But no, my first guess was closer. Did you say 48,000? If you did, well done. If you said 50, then that's close enough. So, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.